Hello, thank you for joining me today on this long-awaited how to install Microsoft Remote Desktop and the Cordic single sign-on app on your Mac operating system. Now, a couple of things to note before we begin. I'm going to assume that you know the basics of using your Mac operating system. And secondly, if you've previously installed Microsoft Remote Desktop on your Mac, please ensure that you delete this now so that we can begin with a clean slate. With that said, now let's begin. Please feel free to pause the video at any time if you're following along. Let's start with the support email that was sent to you. Now you should find two things there. One is a link to download the Microsoft Remote Desktop app and also a shortcut for the Cordic single sign-on. We'll come back to this one in a little while. Let's install the software first. Click on the link, should take you directly to the download site. And the version that we actually need is 10.7.2.1948. That's not the year Microsoft released it, that's just the version number. Clicking on that will present you with a download button. Click that and your download should commence. There's a spyglass here. If you click on that, that should take you to your default download folder, which now has the Microsoft Remote Desktop app. Okay, now that you've successfully downloaded the Microsoft app, installation is a piece of cake. Drag the app icon into the application folder and release. Now you can see that the Microsoft Remote Desktop app is sitting in the application folder along with all the other apps on your operating system. Okay, let's close a couple of these windows down and jump back to the email received from the support desk. We're on the final part of this installation, so let's get your Cordic shortcuts connected to your cloud server. Okay, so what I would suggest is that you save this in your downloads folder. Let's close this down. So now in your download folder, you should be able to see the shortcut for the Cordic single sign-on. Now that you have this in your download folder, what I want to do is make it more accessible. So instead of you having to come into your downloads folder every time to go into Cordic, what I want to do is do a shortcut and I make the alias of this, and that alias I will drag onto the desktop. Now you could access Cordic by going to your downloads folder and double clicking that shortcut icon, or you can access it via the desktop icon, which we created earlier. Either are fine. However, just remember that if you delete this app in your downloads folder, this will no longer work because this is a shortcut of this. So if you delete the original, this will no longer work. Hence why I've got it on here on the desktop, because you could delete this. That's not a problem. You can make another alias of this and put it back out on there. But if you delete this, you're going to have to download this from the Cordic support email again and add it here. Now that you have that on your desktop, let's go ahead and test it. Double click, we'll start the Cordic connection. Enter your username and password. Once done, click continue. And as soon as you see this screen, you are now ready to use your Cordic system. Let's test that to see if the operator program is now working. So here we go. The beauty of the Cordic system, but on a Mac. So much nicer than a PC. If you have any questions, please feel free to call or email our support desk and we will be happy to answer those for you. Thank you for your time. Until next time, goodbye.